Once I concluded no one was doing something similar, not because it was impossible, but because people believed it was not possible, I decided to break the paradigm. David Vélez, founder of Nubank, a Brazilian startup valued at over $4 billion. Ideas like that inspired us to create ECOxygen, a simple and innovative solution for a real problem. We brought some recent news to have a dimension of the problem related to water spending and domestic consumption. According to the New York Times, two-thirds of the world's population face a severe shortage of water. The Correio Brasiliense News, in 2017, reported that the expenses for one discharge vary from 6 to 10 liters. In 2015, the leaders of various nations got reunited in New York and defined 17 goals that addressed the sustainable development. The world then noticed a rise of empathy for the environment and the society. It's not different to us. ECOxygen. Our principles are to provide prosperity, well-being, and environmental protection. For this, we developed an air aerator part inspired by the Venturi law and square-edged orifice that can be coupled to a sanitary discharge valve of bathrooms, enabling economy of water. Therefore, ECOxygen is fundamental in the following sustainable development goals. 6. To enable democratic access to water. 11. Because we believe that a sustainable community goes through the democratic access of the water. And 12. Because they deal with conscious consumption.
When we thought about a name that could represent our whole idea and our project, we chose ECOxygen because eco reminds an ecological and economic idea at the same time. And oxygen is a major factor that assists in the function of our product. We made a market research to identify the target public and the results surprised. According to the IBOP, 74% of the Brazilian population showed to be worried about the environment. According to the National Geographic and the Science Advances magazine, 70% of the biggest cities already suffer with water scarcity.
Nowadays, there are two options: coupled box and valve flush. The last one is installed in the middle of a pipe on the wall connected to the water tank, and the other installed directly in the toilet. Our product is based on the principle of Venturi and a square-edged orifice. A Venturi is a device that increases the speed and reduces pressure, and the square-edged orifice is a flow meter that allows reduction of the flow section. Our solution is to install a Venturi and a square-edged orifice below the valve discharge with an outlet air aerator. That way the low pressure will suck the atmospheric air into the pipe, transforming the water discharge in a mix of water plus air, thus making water consumption lower without losing the effectiveness. To validate our idea, we performed the tests in Facens hydraulic lab, calculating the flow and pressure in pipes simulating normal discharge and a discharge with the square-edged orifice and Venturi. So we conclude that the decrease of the flow with the use of ECOxygen is compensated by the pressure that the Venturi and the orifice plate provides.
We calculate the average water expenditure with discharge for a family per day. In this graph, we compared three types of discharge. It is important to note that the ECOxygen represents savings of 11.5% of water over the normal discharge valve. The second chart represents a survey conducted with the community of our university, and the numbers represent the percentage of using the normal discharge valve, coupled box, or both in their houses.
So if one day 100 people use ECOxygen, there will be an economy of approximately 49,000 liters of water. If 100,000 people used it, there would be 49 million liters, and if 1 million people used it, the economy would be 49 billion liters. Therefore, 10 million people could drink clean water that day. We believe that our decisions influence directly the future of the world. So we determine as principle the democratic access of our product. Therefore, we intend to develop aiming the low production cost, easy installation, and bring real gains to the client. In ECOxygen, we are very proud to say that in the planning, we achieved all of the purposes. So, in order to make the product the most affordable as possible, we intend to market it on retail and online sales. hoping to create a relationship between the company and consumers and expand our marketplace and our network. We created a website which is available all around the world. It is easy to understand and contains the information of the product, the progress of our project, and it enables the user to talk to the developers.
For us, sustainability walks along with accessibility. We have already determined our next steps in this walk. We believe that to achieve our future objectives, we need to focus on marketing, the advantages of ECOxygen should be known, and economic and easy installation. We intend to invest on advertising in the modern media like social network and video platforms, always with the aim of getting more customers. One of our goals is to scale the product as much as possible. That way, the environmental and social gains become more achievable. We desire to install our product in our university Facens, providing sustainability, well-being to our students, employees, and all the community of the university. We believe the universities will determine the future of our planet.
ECOxygen was born from the desire to simplify sustainable ideas that always seemed so far from our reality. The group consists of students of different engineering courses. Júlia Alves Ramos of Civil Engineering, Gustavo Moreira de Mello of Computer Engineering, and Lucas Mascarenhas Thomas of Mechanical Engineering, with the help of the professor Marcelo Aguiar, Master in the area of Materials and Manufacturing Processes by Unicamp. This diversity allows different visions of the world with different conclusions about the same problem, making ECOxygen a simple solution to a real problem.